Hi everyone, I'm Melisa Miranda, Senior Technical Training Developer at UiPath. Welcome to this video where we delve into the fascinating world of automation in conversation with UiPath MVP. Today, I have a special guest who's here to share his invaluable insights and shed light on the power of game-changing technologies like UiPath Document Understanding and AI Center. Join me in welcoming 3 times UiPath MVP, Nisarg Kadam. Hi, Nisarg. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us today.
Hi, Melissa.
So, Nisarg, I have a couple of questions for you. Without further ado, let's jump right into the conversation. Are you ready for it?
Sure.
Great, let's go for it. So, my first question to you is simple and straightforward. How did UiPath happen to you? Can you share your personal experience of taking UiPath Academy courses and how it has helped you in your career?
To be very honest, like the beginning of my career is right because of UiPath Academy, and that's a final statement, because when I started back in 2018, nobody taught me UiPath as a part of any course or a company course or nothing like that. A couple of friends just introduced me to UiPath, and that happened to be the beginning point where I started searching about UiPath by myself. And that's when I found UiPath Academy. And I started completing a couple of courses from UiPath Academy, like Developer Foundation, Advanced Developer Foundation, then understanding other products of UiPath, and I got addicted very quickly. So I like happened to go through all the courses within 2 or 3 weeks, and then I realized I have to go through them again one more time with hands-on. So like I spent huge amount of time, around 1 month, 1.5 months back in 2018 with those courses. And I mastered UiPath completely right because of the UiPath Academy and UiPath community following.
Wow, interesting. I mean, I'm really impressed by the research that you did to find out the right UiPath Academy course for you and take it forward from there. I'm sure you have a lot of such experiences to share, but worry not, I have a lot of questions coming up for you where you can share your personal experience. So here you go. My next question to you is revolving around your expertise in UiPath products, that is Document Understanding and AI Center. Let's focus on Document Understanding first. What drives you and what is that passion for UiPath Document Understanding that you have? Can you share any specific experiences or projects that have strengthened you and your love for UiPath Document Understanding?
So over my 5+ years of career, I have like worked overall on UiPath only. And majority of the projects I have delivered are around document understanding. So document understanding product specifically has evolved a lot over this last couple of years.
True.
Like it
Yes.
got launched recently, and now with the help of UiPath's AI Center and available pre-trained in-house models, the document understanding is on a whole different level now.
Yeah.
When we started document understanding and when we started selling document understanding product to customers, right, we were super happy because of its very easy framework journey and making it understand to user that this is how the data extraction happens and this is how we capture the data. And then when UiPath in-house OCR got introduced, like it was cherry on top of cake because it was very smooth, as good as Microsoft and Google OCR, and it was amazing to use that OCR specifically in-house. Now, when slowly UiPath document understanding product became mature, like we started using it even more, and now it is completely independent of any other third-party integrations. Because
Yes.
earlier, when we used to sell the document understanding framework, we still had to take care of a couple of OCRs and take licenses of a couple of OCRs and do OCR benchmarking. Now, when we sell document understanding nowadays, we don't even bother to do OCR benchmarking because we know UiPath document OCR is that well. Also, the framework is now slowly going out. You might have already seen that now because of the LLMs and because of the new features of document understanding, like document understanding as a service, which was recently launched in 2023.4, and also the insights dashboard APIs of the document understanding. It's much more easier for us to manage the document understanding services, its usage, and now it has gotten into as a separate license, and now everything becomes one license, which is called as AI units. It's much more easier to manage those license consumptions and keep track of the document understanding. So it's very easy to use this product, and the journey of using this product has been amazing. And the features just you just ask me, and I can keep talking for 1 and 2 hours about document understanding. It's that fascinating product.
That's great. In fact, I'm amazed at your in-depth knowledge of document understanding and how you use it in your day-to-day activities. Good to know, Nisarg. Next, let's dive into the features of document understanding. Although you made a mention of them, considering the recent release of 23.4 features and the recently launched 23.4 Business Automation Platform Updates course on UiPath Academy, you must be aware of that. So what aspects of UiPath document understanding do you find most fascinating or inspiring?
First, pre-trained models. The list of pre-trained models that UiPath Document Understanding provides is a vast list of pre-trained models. Like I never thought there would be a pre-trained model for W9 documents or K3 documents or some legal documents or like receipts or passports or something like that. But
Yeah.
UiPath has literally went ahead and created pre-trained models for every single type of a document which
Yeah.
any intelligent document processing solution might think about. Like you talk
Mm-hmm.
about any domain and your pre-trained model is already there. So that's
Yes.
one good advantage. Then the next thing is Forms AI, which has become very much easier for all the citizen developers to use document understanding without having to have in-depth knowledge of AI or a framework of document understanding. They can simply utilize document understanding by using the taxonomies and
Mm-hmm.
forms.ai, because you just have to upload one type of a document and then that's it. Rest of the documents data extraction is already happening. Now, again, the new feature you talk about, which is the document understanding as a service, the APIs that they have exposed is a next level thing to the market of RPA, because the document understanding product becomes completely absolute apart from the whole studio. Now you can separately use document understanding product as an offering without having to actually use the framework in the studio, right? So I mean, usually we will still use it with the studio, but now it's a whole new package of a product. And apart from that, the best part with the document understanding is that now, with the growing technology, and I have had a small sneaker peek into clipboard.ai, and I have
Mm-hmm.
seen that you just click on any document and it automatically extracts all the data that you want. And you just click on any form and it fills the data in that
Yeah.
form exactly at where you want. So that's just a whole new level of a technology usage. And that's where I foresee how intelligent document processing is going to be advanced in UiPath, and how UiPath is keeping up in the market with the all new technologies coming up. So it's just fascinating. So I cannot name a specific feature, but you can see like I'm already fascinated with all the new features.
I get it. Yes. It's interesting to note this, Nisarg. I'm happy. I'm happy you're using all of these features. So next question is, you call yourself an AI lover, right? So as an AI lover, how have you leveraged AI technologies within UiPath to enhance automation processes?
So to begin with, when there was no AI center, right? So I started using Python and started invoking Python integration models within UiPath and
Mm-hmm.
utilize them to understand the growth of RPA, robotic process automation, if it is integrated with the artificial intelligence or machine learning to say.
Okay.
Back then in 2018, we delivered a couple of projects where we already introduced machine learning models with the integration of RPA. And in 2019, AI Center product was launched with the name of AI Fabric.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
then that product came up with its own pre-trained models. And also, you can train your own data and you can retrain a couple of models. And then eventually it grew to become, like a mature product. So since that time, we have delivered, I mean, you can say a couple of few solutions to the customers, right? Which are AI-enabled solutions. For example, for one of the gaming industry, we had to deliver some text summarization. So we have done that. For a couple of financial companies, we had to use custom named entity recognition model because before communication mining was there. Now communication
Yeah,
mining would make it even more easier. But
exactly.
custom named entity was used for a lot of financial banking companies, right? And again, now for a couple of companies which heavily focus on the email classification or email data understanding, we utilize text classification, text analysis models a lot. Also, for one of a very interesting POC which I delivered back in 2021 was
Mm-hmm.
extracting number plate of a truck which enters a particular Goda. So extracting those details using object detection model of UiPath's object detection model, right? So I utilized a COCO data set and object detection model of UiPath and retrained the data. It was fascinating journey. So the main part about AI Center is that AI Center makes it much more easier for us to handle those machine learning models and utilize them like a pro even without having to have a prior knowledge of Python or machine learning for any developer. So now any RP developer can very easily become a data scientist. if you
Exactly. That's so
if you
cool,
say, I
isn't
can say.
it?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, true. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for that example that you gave us. Really interesting to know this. Okay, now that we have spoken about the products, I would like to talk about the certifications that you have backed. I'm aware that you have backed quite a lot of certifications, in specific from UiPath, the most recent being the UiPath Automation Business Analyst certification. Can you share your experience starting from the learning journey and how you manage the certification and how you plan to apply it to your future projects?
So when this new certification was announced, I was very happy because as a early access member, we got an opportunity because being part of the UiPath MVP program, we got
Yeah.
opportunity to give this examination earlier, and that was amazing. So I was very fascinated with this examination. I read about all the details and requirements, and then I saw that it is very specifically designed with the
Yeah.
business analyst role. Now, the business analyst role that we're talking about is not the entry level business analyst role. This business analyst is having pure knowledge of RPA and pure roots of robotic process automation over a period of time, and has
Mm-hmm.
been delivering so many amazing solutions and designing so many amazing process design documents over the past couple of years, and then giving this examination. So this exam was built from that perspective. Now, when I started studying for this examination, when I started going through, again, the base for all these examinations is nothing but UiPath Academy. So you all have
Yeah.
to eventually go through UiPath Academy and make your basic concepts stronger, right? Now, when I went through all the courses of UiPath Academy, I found out that there were a couple of things which even I was missing as part of the RPA journey. Then I realized, oh, it's not only about completion of the certification, but this certification journey actually gave me a couple of more inputs in what I can improvise in my current offerings and deliveries, right? And I improvised those, and it affected a lot. And that's why the certificate added a huge point, a plus factor in my current designation that I'm doing. I'm currently working as a technology manager. So I have to
Yeah.
manage the entire journey of user, right? Right from the beginning of
Mm-hmm.
requirement gathering to going live. Now, within all this journey, literally believe me, business analyst is everywhere, right from beginning to end, simply as
Yeah.
solution architect is everywhere. So
Yes.
that's where I found out that business analyst role is very important. And this certificate is not something like which is just a basic certificate. I'm looking forward to all more such job specific certifications, because that will open up a market a lot to for people who are just not RPA experts, but they also want to become or grow in a specific domain of this industry. So that makes it much more sense. And the I'm waiting for future certifications. So I hope I can get early access again.
For
Yeah.
sure. Thank you for that input, Nisarg. And learners who are interested in taking up the Automation Business Analyst certification will please make a note of what Nisarg just said and start your learning journey soon. Okay, going forward. How do you approach RPA process design documentation? What methodologies or best practices do you follow?
So again, being technology manager, it's like sometimes we have business analyst within our project, sometimes we
Yeah.
don't. Now, when we don't have business analyst, all the work of the process analysis, requirement gathering is something which I have to do myself. Now, throughout this journey, we have to take care of each and every small aspect of what to be involved, what is supposed to be involved in process design document, right? And going through UiPath academic courses has given me in-depth details of the pointers. So literally, I have notebook. I have a habit of writing, right? So I have a notebook where I have actually kept certain points while going through
Okay.
the UiPath academic courses. That these are the need to have points in the process design documents. For
Mm-hmm.
example, if we talk about assumptions, if we talk about key assumptions where this thing will happen, this thing is not to be automated, and also how do we do bot sizing, like how many robots you would need in future based on the requirement gathering, right? Because obviously after a requirement gathering, we decide how many number of robot licenses that user has to buy. So
Yeah.
all these phases you have to map very carefully during writing process data document. So that's where having you should have knowledge about what are the things which are mandatory to be there, which are in process design document, and
Mm-hmm.
also solution design document. But if you look at it from a perspective of a business user, like for example a customer, or for example a technology manager, the main document is PDD, because
Yeah.
PDD is a document which the final customer signs off, because final customer only cares about the as is process, and the high level estimated to be process. The solution design document is only for the developers, so it is not that a big deal. But process design document is supposed to be written and maintained with a very much delicate care. And throughout journey, even if there are any reassessments call or reassessment development changes, right? Just have to update the document of PDD and you have to maintain it throughout the journey. That's very, very important.
Interesting. Good information. Thank you. So my last question to you is, how do you stay updated with the latest advancements and trends in the field of RPA, document understanding, and AI?
That's the pain point. So you asked a question which is utterly impossible for any person who is currently in RP industry because it's a booming industry.
Yes.
All of you have already seen like how much it has grown in a couple of few years.
Yep.
I never thought like when I became first time UiPath MVP, there were only a couple of 20-25 odd MVPs, right? And now globally there are 150 plus MVPs. And each one of them is like you can say like a pro master in some certain type of product, and still there are enough products for all of the MVPs to focus on. So UiPath is exponentially growing in terms of the product, and recently UiPath was also a fully automated enterprise, and now it's going ahead and ahead, the house of innovation, right? So it's growing exponentially a lot. Keeping up with the technology of RPA, keeping up with the technology of AI is very much difficult. But what I do, to be very honest, is like I dedicatedly put 20 to 30 minutes of time every single day to learn something new. And if I don't do that, I feel that my whole day is wasted, right? I have done nothing. Even if I have done so much productivity in my projects, in my company, but if I don't learn anything new, I just feel that I have wasted my day, whole day, right? I have not done anything productive. So to keep myself updated, I always focus on proper articles or pages or references where future trends are being talked about. For example, UiPath community blogs or UiPath blogs, where Luke Palmara, George Roth, they come up with so amazing, fascinating articles. If you read any one of these articles, your mind will be blown away. You'll just be in a shock that the industry is growing so fast, and what are you doing? You're doing nothing if you're not learning, right? So the moment I talked with George recently, I found out that LLMs and LangChain and all these technologies and how UiPath is adapting all these technologies sooner. And if you already see the forward 6 of UiPath announcement, which is recently coming in October, it's all about AI. So if you don't stay up to date with the market, you're literally going to get tipped off from this industry. And that's if you don't want that to happen, you have to get updated every single day. That's what I do. I just go through articles, I go through videos, I have certain specific set of channels and media sources which I follow.
Amazing. You made a wonderful point, Nisarg. They say that if you want to lead, then you need to read. And that's exactly what you do, which is a good point.
Yes.
All right. So it's a wrap. Thanks for sharing your insights. And it was a pleasure talking to you, Nisarg. And I also want to thank you for your contribution to UiPath community.
The pleasure is all mine.
So viewers, thank you for tuning in. See you in the next video. Bye.